OpenAI has announced that they have begun the training of the new model, the flagship model. They haven't named it yet. I think Sam Altman has told several times that they might not name it GPT-5, but for the lack of better term, we'll still go with GPT-5. It is supposed to be uh, kind of better at reasoning. It's supposed to, I would say, not AGI level, but I think reasoning is primarily what they're going after. That hey, it has better reasoning. It'll probably write better blog posts. It'll probably do better math. We saw glimpses of that with GPT-4 Omni anyway. So yeah, that's update on the latest model. I mean, it's just an announcement. I don't know when it's going to come out. Probably 6 months or like towards the end of the year. So let's see what happens. Okay.
And on this, right, Shiva, I think internally we were having this joke, and this joke was going around with the on X as well. And then the whole team sat today, right, during one of the meetings, and we tried it out. So I think there was a snapshot that someone had sent where someone was asking Omni about how many hours are there in strawberry, right? And it actually answered two, right? And then probably the steps for us, how did you calculate? And it actually pronounced it as strawberry. So one at the beginning and then one towards the end. And then we tried it out, right? So for me, it answered correctly. Then for one of our, teammates, it did not. Our chief architect got an incorrect response. And then, we tried, and then a lot of folks tried out strawberry, and I think probably either Microsoft corrected it or what happened, or probably OpenAI corrected it or what happened. Right? But there was a joke going around where Microsoft has defended this, on X, where they are saying that hallucination is not a problem. And I'm literally not getting the response from Microsoft. Hallucination is not a problem, it's a feature of the model.
Yeah, I think the market is tired of it already. Like
Yeah,
how long will you keep saying the same thing? Yeah, it's time to
exactly.
move on. Hallucination is hallucination.
Absolutely right. And then we started asking for blueberry. So blueberry, strawberry, it was giving correct responses. I don't know if you learned from the feedback, but blueberry, it gave incorrect responses. So just a joke. But you're absolutely right. I think now these guys are focusing more on the development and the fast-paced model development, and that's one of the reasons why the super alignment team is out. But as a next update, right, Shiva, now they've formed a new safety and security committee. And the clear
Okay.
instruction that OpenAI, or probably the public release that they mentioned, that this committee will focus more towards how these models contribute in a controlled manner towards their journey towards AGI. Right? Uh, but there's one key catch over here, that the existing board members led by Bret Taylor is going to lead this committee, right? Number one. And Sam Altman himself is going to get a seat into this committee. Number two, this team is just going to come up with recommendations, and very clearly, and again, the least they've mentioned, is going to come up with recommendations which will be considered by the development team and what to include and what not. Right? So, and that's why when we were discussing Sam Altman's brand himself, right, and the nature that he has developed, so he is part of this committee now, unlike the super alignment team. Number one, and number two, he hasn't given a lot of control to this committee. Right, they're just going to come up with recommendations, as well as he is like, at least from the the announcement perspective, these recommendations can be thrown in the garbage bin as well. So it again, I mean, while I'm again not being skeptical, but it again is more of just shutting down the people's mouths who are criticizing OpenAI, that they are not focused on safety, and responsible AI, and etc. etc. So now they've had this committee, but I'm not sure whether this committee has any kind of.
Hmm. Anyway, I mean, it could be an eyewash. I think that's primarily what the word is.
Yeah.
Let's see where it goes.